Hi, and thanks for joining me for this presentation. My name is Nick Holmes, and this presentation is on JetBlue Airways Corporation for MBA 690 Strategic Management with Dr. Curtis Beck. Let's get started. First, here's a quick overview of what we will be examining today for JetBlue Airways Corporation. Company background, mission and vision, the JetBlue business model and competitive strategy, the SWOT analysis, strategic management matrices, and some recommendations for the company. Company background. Most of us know the four major airlines in the United States: American, United, Delta, and Southwest, but may not be as familiar with JetBlue. Compared to the big four airlines, JetBlue is relatively young. Established in 1999, JetBlue has grown to the fifth largest domestic airline in the United States and has taken a unique take on travel. Let's look at its mission and vision. JetBlue takes a slightly different approach to the traditional mission and vision statements that most corporate entities adopt, although the mission and vision of the company can be defined wholly as JetBlue's mission is to inspire humanity both in the air and on the ground. We are committed to giving back in meaningful ways in communities we serve and to inspire others to do the same. JetBlue Airways Corporation, 2018. So, JetBlue's mission combines the traditional mission and vision statements into what can be defined as a visionary mission statement. It provides a commitment to superior service while offering visionary statement claiming to be dedicated to inspiring humanity. Let's look at its competitive strategy. Strategically, JetBlue is a cost leader or differentiator. Specifically, the organization looks to pursue forward, backward, and horizontal integration strategies to gain low-cost or best-value cost leadership benefits in conjunction with differentiating factors. David & David, 2017. In terms of the airline industry, they are classified as a low-cost carrier as opposed to legacy carriers like Delta and American, or other low-cost carriers like Southwest Airlines, or ultra-low-cost carriers like Allegiant. JetBlue can be considered a hybrid business model within the airline industry, striving to offer customers excellent travel experiences while keeping costs for consumers low. JetBlue built its business on a foundation of providing the best customer service, a modern and technologically advanced customer experience, and low fares in a world of standard corporate air transport. JetBlue operates in a no-nonsense, cost-sensitive business model. Similar to Southwest, JetBlue stresses personal service without the costly frills of airline with other airlines. Small perks such as industry-leading leg space, free Wi-Fi, and TVs in every seat have won the airline a devoted following. Ross, 2015. Let's look at some analytical tools for some perspective on JetBlue's standing within the industry. First, the SWOT analysis. A SWOT matrix is a tool the organization uses to help develop four types of strategies: strength opportunity, strength threat, weakness opportunity, and weakness threat strategies. These strategies involve matching external and external factors that correlate with each of the actionable strategic goals. David & David, 2017. JetBlue's strength opportunity is within its well-known high product quality and customer service. It's an important strategy to spread this message for future potential customers, most commonly and effectively done via targeted marketing campaigns in existing markets and any markets they look to expand into. It also is essential for JetBlue to increase its Mint sales. Mint is its premium product offering for customers who want to pay a lot of money or more money for a little bit better quality service. Mint is a relatively new product for the organization, and its growth will help offer differentiation to consumers. JetBlue must also look to aggressively add route options outside of their existing markets in order to gain more market share. One of the biggest threats JetBlue sees is the ultra-low-cost carrier market. It's growing rapidly in the United States and poses a real threat to low-cost carriers and legacy carriers alike. One potential strategy to compete with these ULCCs within the same market is flash sales that dramatically drop ticket prices or extended low ticket costs. A commonly used strategy for airlines is also to purchase fuel for the future today. This may be a potential strategy for JetBlue as gas prices are projected to rise this year based on economic policy, as well as the debatable withdrawal of the United States from the Iran nuclear deal. Weakness opportunities for JetBlue revolve around airplane technology. Airplane technology has improved rapidly, especially in the areas of fuel consumption and efficiency and connectivity. Updating JetBlue's fleet will take advantage of these advancements, while improving fuel efficiency rankings, diminishing high utilization of the current fleet, and potentially allowing the addition of more international route opportunities or point-to-point opportunities. Threats around JetBlue are within potential media aspects of the airline industry recently. There's been some media attention around safety issues as well as treatment of customers. JetBlue has managed to keep away from this bad publicity, and it may be a chance for the company to capitalize on diminishing consumer confidence by instilling confidence using some type of targeted marketing campaign. This campaign could target the reliability of JetBlue as it is in the service record by offering customers testimonials about their experience. Let's look at a few of the strategic management matrices and how we came to the SWOT analysis. The external factor evaluation matrix is a tool for organizations to examine and evaluate economic, social, cultural, demographic, and environmental, political, legal, technological, government, and competitive factors affecting an industry. David and David, 2017. Opportunities for the airline industry include increases in disposable wealth in the United States, the propensity for people to spend money, and attitudes towards product quality. The disposable wealth in the United States is increasing, which in turn encourages people to spend money. Trading Economics, 2018. This means that there are opportunities for airlines to entice new passengers or perhaps increase add-on sales. Threats to the industry are the price of fuel. This can dramatically alter the cost of travel for passengers. In recent years, lower fuel costs have seen the air travel prices sink, passenger totals increase as a result. Fuel typically accounts for 30% of an airline's costs, so any change in oil price will affect fuel costs for airlines. Subsequently, it's going to be passed on to passengers. This will be a threat to the airlines in 2018 and beyond. Similarly, let's look at the internal factor evaluation matrix for JetBlue. An IFE matrix examines an organization's major strengths and weaknesses in the functional areas of business. David and David, 2017. So, what we saw in JetBlue's strengths from an internal factor evaluation, we identified that third place overall rating in the Airline Quality Rating Report. This report is the most comprehensive study of the performance quality of the 12 largest domestic U.S. airlines. It included on-time performance, denied boardings, mishandled baggage, and customer complaints. Brown and Headley, 2018. Subsequently, within the makeup of the AQR, JetBlue possessed a second-place rating in baggage handling, which, based on consumer feedback, Lee and Casper, 2017, is one of airline consumers' major improvement wants in the future, along with the ability to track bags through the travel process. One of the weaknesses we saw when examining JetBlue, or two of the weaknesses we saw when examining JetBlue, involve an increase in per-seat mile expense of 8.2% and a relatively small market share. JetBlue possesses compared to the four major carriers that sit above them in the rankings. Every business must control costs, and per-seat increases for JetBlue is one of those costs. A continued high increase in per-seat expenses could negatively impact revenue streams and diminish profit. Despite JetBlue's fifth-ranked market share position, their percentage of the market is 3 times smaller than the nearest competitor. Closing the gap in market share will create higher revenue streams. Let's look at some recommendations based on this simple analysis. The following are the 3 highest priority recommendations for JetBlue as they look to grow and expand their business in the future based on our SWOT analysis, our EFE, and our IFE matrices. 1. Expand route offerings both domestically and internationally. 2. Update fleet or expand fleet. 3. Make a major acquisition. Let's dive a little deeper into these. Expanded route offerings. Organic growth is perhaps one of the more difficult of the options for any airline, or any business for that matter. It requires growth from the ground up, breaking into difficult markets or previously impenetrable markets and hoping that consumers are responsible to the new service offerings. This is the direction that JetBlue is heading in regards to growth as they recently moved into the Atlanta, Minneapolis, St. Paul markets, with 7 more new destinations scheduled to open in 2018. The organization has also expanded internationally recently with the addition of routes to Cuba, and there is talk about JetBlue examining options to expand into European markets. Fleet expansion. Fuel efficiency and environmental impact are major points of concern for companies and consumers alike, and integrating these issues into a strategy should pay dividends to all stakeholders. Airplane fuel technology has advanced dramatically with a 20% to 30% improvement in fuel efficiency compared to old generation aircrafts. This offers the ability to lower operational expenses or offer increases in fuel to offset increases in fuel prices, as well as return savings to consumers. JetBlue does have a strategy to improve its fleet, specifically an order of A32ceo and A32neo aircraft because of their fuel efficiency, but also to accommodate an expansion of Mint product offerings on various routes within their fleet, which should hopefully line up with some of our SWOT analysis strengths. Lastly, recommendation would be a strategic acquisition. There are 2 ways to grow market share: grow organically or acquire. There are still small LCC and ULCC airlines in underserved areas that JetBlue could take advantage of. This strategy seems risky. However, buying an established business and customer base with the intention to improve the service offering can only mean good things for companies. The biggest area for growth within JetBlue is in the Midwest market, so an acquisition of an airline with a strong Midwest presence would be strategically beneficial to the company, and also address bottleneck issues with high utilization of the fleet and inefficiencies of point-to-point routes. In 2016, JetBlue made an effort to acquire Virgin America, but were outbid and eventually beaten out by Alaskan Airways. Subsequently, the company has chosen not to pursue a merger and acquisition strategy, instead believing the organic growth and expansion in other markets from a ground up is the way to go. After analyzing JetBlue, I feel like their business is more than prepared to move forward in a positive way, and their strategy of non-acquisition and ground up growth could be effective, assuming that the airline industry market stays the same. If it doesn't, then their inability to grow organically may hurt their revenue streams. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this presentation. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good day. Thank you.